Hello students and welcome back. I hope you all are doing well. Hope you had a great spring break. If you traveled somewhere, hopefully you had a good time and were safe. And then of course, if you just decided to stay home and rest, sometimes that's the best break that there is. So either way, I hope you had a great time and ready to get through the next parts of the semester. We're halfway there, so I want to go over just a couple of things for this week. If you'll notice there on the news feed, I did post some information there about extra credit. Let me go ahead and pull that up so you can see that. Of course, I do offer extra credit. We obviously shouldn't be banking our entire grade on extra credit. However, I do realize that maybe some of you performed in a state that you weren't pleased with and you want to try to bring your grade up. So I do have options for you to do that. Of course, if you are part of any professional associations and you take part in any workshops or anything like that, any trainings or any networking opportunities, attending a workshop, conducting a training class, going to a conference, anything like that, you are eligible to receive up to 5 extra bonus points on the assignment of your choice. So if you want to receive those 5 extra credit points, you have to write and submit to D2L in the Dropbox by the due date specified on the calendar, a 500-word double-space summary that outlines an overview of your experience. And of course it says, and also share with the class, but since we are online, that's not possible. So you'll just submit that in the Dropbox, and of course I'll need some type of proof of your attendance as well, whether it be an email from someone or if it's a copy of the certificate that you've received as a result of participating in that extracurricular activity, something that just shows that that attendance proof. I did put in here a free webinar that you are welcome to take part of if you choose to do this. It's not until April the 11th, so as soon as I saw it come across my calendar, I wanted to share that with you. This is strictly around process excellence, so it is very applicable to the things that we're learning in this course. So I think you will find it to be insightful. So it really talks specifically about managing change and how to work through some best practices to navigate through that. Especially in the ever-changing healthcare environment, it's really important that we understand the importance of change management. So Michelle Doyle will be bringing some information on change management best practices. So if you choose to take advantage of that, it is free. So again, it is 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. You'll just click here if you want to take part in that, and then of course click there to register. So I think it's only an hour, I do believe, so it shouldn't take a lot of your time, but certainly could be some good insight to help supplement the things that you're learning in this course. So hopefully you will take advantage of that if you want the extra credit. So looking into this week, week 10, from this today, March the 18th through March the 24th, we'll be covering some more information on A3 training. So we've already went through boxes 1 through 5, and now we're getting into the D of PDCA, Plan, Do, Check, Act. So into the Do section and learning about boxes 6 through 9. So 6, 7, 8, and 9. And that'll actually complete all of our A3 training through the rest of this week. So you'll watch the information on boxes 6 and 7. Box 6 is about rapid experimentation and the importance of that. And then, of course, box 7 is about just the action plan and how we're pulling all of that together and actually having an actionable plan to accomplish the solutions that's been identified for the process improvement opportunity. And then, of course, box 8, we're looking into sustaining and what does it mean to sustain, which can arguably be the hardest part of process improvement, is really putting into that sustainment piece in there. As we've learned through this course, managing change is hard. People want to revert back to their old habits. So box 8 really helps to make sure that we're staying on track with monitoring the the measures and the data that we've set, and we're trending towards those targets that we've identified for our measures. And then of course box 9 is really where we're looking at insights. So that box is really simple. What helped the process, what hindered the process. So you'll learn more and more about that this week. And then of course I also want you to watch the pre-recorded lecture by Mr. Murdoch, Mr. Cody Murdoch. He is now the associate administrator at a local hospital here in the Tri-Cities area. he was a senior director in operational excellence with Ballad Health, and so you'll take a look at that and watch that recorded lecture again, just to provide some insight to the things that we're learning in this course. You do have some reading. It's supplemental reading. We'll go over that in just a second. And then, of course, you'll have quiz number 4, which will cover the information that we're learning this week, specifically boxes 6 and 7. So you will be quizzed on the material in boxes 6 and 7. So again, it is open now. However, as I mentioned before, it's best to wait until later in the week so you can make sure and understand, get the whole picture of the material, the content for this week. If you are following along with homework number 5 and you are, completing certificates as they're listed on the syllabus, rather than waiting till the very last minute, you'll want to make sure that you're getting to that number 6 and number 7 of those LinkedIn Learnings, Lean Inventory Management and Quality Management Foundations. And then also homework number 3, this is our root cause analysis or Ishikawa diagram. I'm going to go ahead and pull that up in the Dropbox so that you can see the criteria that is required for that. If you'll give me one moment here. Sorry, I'm going to have to go out as instructor view to be able to see it. So we'll go under Dropbox. We'll click here. So you've been presented with a scenario here about Dr. Jones having a busy day in the internal medicine clinic. It has to do with printing out prescriptions and things like that. So you'll read through that scenario. You'll identify all the issues. And of course, you'll want to create this with some sort of computer software, not just simply drawn on paper. You can easily go into Google and type in, Ishikawa diagram template, and I'm sure that there is one there that you can pull from. Here's a template here, so you can click there if you choose to do so, and download some of those templates and use that. Or you can create your own, in a Word document or Canva. Canva may have some of those templates there as well. So you'll complete that. Of course, you'll want to make sure and watch this video. It will lay out all the information about what a fishbone diagram is. We've already learned about the fishbone diagram to a certain extent in this course, but this video will also teach you a little bit more about it. It really is the cause and effect diagram, and it helps us really just to drill down into the root cause of those problems. So we did learn about a 5 why root cause analysis. A fishbone is essentially the same thing. It's just 2 different ways or 2 different methods to get to the issues a little bit deeper. So you'll want to do that root cause analysis, Ishikawa diagram. I will also say that for this particular assignment, if you find that you would rather do a root cause analysis, 5 why root cause analysis, you can do that as well if you would like to do that instead of the fishbone diagram. Most people do the fishbone diagram, but you are also welcome to just do a 5 why root cause analysis if you see that is better or easier for you to follow. So again, you can find some templates here. Here's a free 5 why template located under safetyculture.com. So you can use that template if you choose to do so. Really, the goal is just to get to that root cause of the problem. So either tool that you use will be accepted, as long as you're using that computer software. So again, take a look at this YouTube video for more information on Ishikawa diagrams. If you need to go back and refresh your memory on a 5 why root cause analysis, that was covered back in let's see here, back in week 6 and 7. So we did cover 5 why root cause analysis and fishbone diagram here in this area if you need to go back earlier in module 4 to refresh your brain on that. So let's go back up here to our module layout for week 10. Okay, so here is the boxes 6 and 7 recording of the A3 and the slides to supplement that. And then, of course, here is boxes 8 and 9 looking at sustainment. And then, of course, here is your supplemental reading well, actually, this is an article from 2022. So take a look at that. And then, of course, you have another piece of supplemental reading. Again, these are very short reads, not very long at all. Let's pull this back up here. Here we go. So 9 ways leaders' actions can sustain lean processes. So it's just 4 pages. Really kind of gives some tips on leadership behavior and actions to really sustaining lean. So it really speaks very nicely to the things that we're learning in this module, specifically with sustainment. So I think you'll find that to be very insightful. So please read that as well. And then, of course, I also wanted to cover... of course, there's your quiz, there's your homework number 3, and then I have provided a little bit more assistance to homework number 3 as well. These are just resources. You do not have to review these. However, they are listed there for your benefit if you choose to want to look at that as an additional learning resource for you. And as far as the recorded lecture goes from Mr. Murdoch, I believe, I'm just going to double check, I think it's scheduled to post for you on the news feed. I'm going to go ahead and set that to launching tomorrow. So you should be able to see that there on the news feed tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And if you just click here, it's going to take you straight to that recorded lecture, and you should be able to watch that as well. So lots of information this week as we're just coming back. So use your time wisely this week. Make sure that you're paying attention to all the things that are coming due with the quiz, and the homework assignment, and reviewing the lecture and doing the readings as well. So it's a little bit of a heavier week this week. And then, of course, if you're choosing to take advantage of that extra credit, be thinking about what that's going to look like for you. I also want to mention that I did do a midpoint check-in a couple of weeks ago, and I unfortunately only heard back from one of you. Those are really important to me to kind of see how the course is going, especially in this online environment. So if you have additional feedback on things that I can do better to help support you, please don't hesitate to reach out to me privately, and we can talk about that if need be. But I hope you're enjoying this class, and again, hope you had a great spring break. I know this is a little bit longer of an overview for this week, but I certainly wanted to make sure that I popped in here just to make sure that you're set up for success with all that's coming due this week. So hope you all have a great week. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll talk soon. Take care.